respectful. And if they didn't, I'd take them by the throat.
Darren Ham never understood why people angered him so easily. Raised in a loving home, he was constantly getting into fights as a boy. Then taking over his family's struggling sanitation business at 19 and dealing with greedy, deceitful customers only made it worse.
That's when I kind of really learned the dark side of people. The way they will attack you and belittle you and demean you. I felt I was right and everybody else was wrong.
His volatile nature would spill into other areas of his life. In 2002, at 26 years old, Darren married Jen and started a family. As long as no one crossed him, he was fine.
He never got physical with me. He mostly just was so volatile. Like, he would just lose his temper. Everybody knew you could say the wrong thing to Darren and it's gonna be a problem.
As their family grew, Jen, who was raised Catholic, wanted to reconnect with God. She started going to church hoping it would help their marriage. Yet Darren wanted nothing to do with Jesus, the church, or the people in it.
If she got home, I'd be disgusted, and I would tell her that she's chasing the invisible man.
Darren, through business, felt like the Christians were the ones being the worst to him. He did not like hypocrisy, and it really turned him off of the church.
Over the years, Jen grew tired of walking on eggshells around her husband.
I was very unhappy in our marriage. I definitely considered getting a divorce.
So in 2009, she convinced Darren to go to marriage counseling. After 2 years of counseling, Darren stopped going. A short time later, the therapist took Jen aside.
He was like, look, I'm a Christian counselor, and you should leave your husband. He's a caveman. And it was just really like a gut punch to me at the time, because I was like, no, I need help.
Jen decided to stay for their 2 boys, Dylan, a young teenager, and Griffin, a toddler. Then in January 2011, Griffin, then 2 years old, developed sudden breathing problems. Within days, he was hospitalized and in cardiac distress. There was little doctors could do. Sitting by Griffin's hospital bed, Darren began to hope maybe Jesus existed after all.
I was in such desperation that if there was a possibility of that being true, I would exhaust all possibilities.
4 days later, doctors declared Griffin brain dead.
I felt weak. I felt for the first time in my life that I wasn't tough enough.
Jen spent most of that day holding Griffin and saying goodbye to him. When evening came, Darren mustered the strength to hold his little boy.
And I squeezed his hand, and I instantly was taken to heaven. I could see Griffin. He was just so happy. I was in awe. I couldn't believe what was happening, that I thought it was over and hopeless. And here he was, fully alive and vibrant, the happiest he had ever been.
Darren says Griffin started talking to someone. Darren couldn't see who it was, but somehow knew it was Jesus. Feeling God's love for the first time, Darren finally saw the truth about himself and God.
I knew my sin condition. I knew painlessness of heaven. I knew the love of God.